What's up, everybody? So today we got my dad's tractor in the shop. This front tire right here, it's got a couple slow leaks in it, and during hay season we get out in the field, it's a pain in the butt if you got a tire that's leaking slowly and we're away from home for a week or two. So I'm gonna knock this tire off and see if we can't patch these leaks. But this is the same thing if you were changing tires on your tractor at home. It's not that hard. I've done it. I've changed all four on my tractor right here. It's not a big deal, so follow along, check it out, and we'll go over how to knock these tires off the wheels and how to put this one back on. And I don't have anything real special. Two tire irons. I've got soapy water. I'm going to check this tire for leaks before I take it off and mark them. The cheapest dish soap you can find, a bucket and a rag. And I do have this, and this was a lifesaver right here if you need it. It's a bead breaker. Some of these tires, this tire may not be too bad, I don't know yet, because I had this tire off last year, I think, patching a leak, and I guess I missed one. But if a tire's been on for a long time, it's almost welded on the rim. This right here it's worth every penny you spend on it. They're not that bad. They're under $100 online, so that's worth having. I'll get this thing jacked up. Turn it, spray it for leaks, mark them, and then we're going to knock this thing off for you. So we got two leaks. We got one marked right there. And actually, the plug that's in the tire is seeping around it pretty good. So, spray your tire with soapy water and just watch for bubbles to start growing. You got to take your time and really look and find them, and then mark them with a good marker before you take your tire off, because if not, you'll never find them once you pull that tire off. And knock your hair out of it. Alright, so I beat on a little bit. It don't want to come. That's alright. This is the bead breaker. Just take your hammer, get it tapped into place. And as you drive it in, you can turn this. It closes that against the wheel and straightens it up. As straight as you can get this thing with the wheel, in line with the wheel, the better off you are. that bead breaker. I don't think you can see it. You want the teeth of it touching the wheel if possible, pushing flat against the bead. You don't want to be pushing up here. It'll roll that tire. You can honestly rip your tire if you did. Just push that back where I saw the bead separate off the wheel just a hair. I'm going to back it up now and make sure I'm set all the way down where I need to be. So I bought myself a little room right there. And there you go. And then reset it down to where it touches the inside of the wheel. And that's it. And back that thing off. Yeah. Cheapest dishwash detergent you can find. I don't know if it's necessary. In my head, I think it makes it a little easier. that's got the tire knocked off to there. That's as far as I'm going today, because I just got to get in here. That one patch right there is leaking, and I've got one more spot I need a patch right there. I'm just going to patch holes, and we're going back on with it. But if you're taking this tire off, I mean, the hard part's done now. You just take your tire tools, pop it off the rim. It comes off this side pretty easy. And your new one, if you lube it up real good, the inside bead, if you start it high and push it on from the top and then like that, a lot of times you can push them on without even using a tool. They'll pop on, and then you'll see how we slide it over and put this outside bead on with the tools here in a few minutes. I'm going to take a few minutes. I got to do some cleaning up in there and some patching, and then we'll put this tire back on. Alright, so one thing I'll add to that video on changing tractor tires, and obviously this isn't a tractor tire, but you get the point. If you buy new tires and go to mount them on the tractor, the beads are going to be the tire is going to be kind of collapsed. The beads are going to be too close together. Measure your wheel, get a rough idea. If it's a 10-inch wheel, cut you some 2x4, 2x6, some kind of scrap blocks. Cut them, if it's a 10-inch wheel, cut them 10, 11, 12 inches in length. 3 or 4 of them. And obviously this isn't wood, but it's just for visual. Hang on a second. And put them around the tire like that in 3 or 4 different places. And stretch that bead out apart to the proper width. If not, when you mount that tire up on that wheel, you're going to be in trouble trying to get the bead to seat and trying to get it to take air. So, and even at that, you may have to have one of these tanks to give it an air blast and seat the beads. Even doing that, I've still had to use this tank. So that's pretty much it. Couple things to have: make sure you got 2 good tire irons. I really recommend the bead breaker. That makes a world of difference. Don't bother them bolting the tractor tire, the wheel, off of the tractor. Keep it on the tractor. It saves you a lot of trouble. It holds everything in place for you. Work that tire standing upright on the tractor. Definitely, if you've got new tires sitting in a stack and you're going to put new tires on, lay them out a day or 2 before, cut you some blocks, and spread those beads out and let them sit for a day or 2, because that'll spread those beads and train them to be out wider, and have them closer to the width of the wheel, so when you go to put air in the tire and seat those beads, that'll save you a ton of trouble. And that cheater tank for the air blast, that I've still, even putting blocks in the tires, I've still needed to use that to seat the beads. But that's about it. Thank y'all.